The insecure waiter. Dr. Michelle, this one right here bless me. Because waiting is hard for this person because they simply don't know who they are. Waiting is hard for this person because they don't know who they are and they don't know whose they are. They're sitting in the waiting room and don't know who their daddy is. They're sitting in the waiting room and don't know what comes with the name that they bear. They're sitting in the waiting room like they're a mendicant when they are truly the son and the daughter of the living God. They're sitting in the waiting room with a broke mindset when they serve a God who owns cattle on 1,000 here. They're sitting in the waiting room complaining about being sick when he is Jehovah Rapha. They're sitting in the waiting room with chaos all in their heart, not understanding he's Jehovah Nissi. They're sitting in the waiting room, not knowing that the promises of God is afforded to them. Now, this person is always needing a prophetic word. Prophet so-and-so coming to town. I'm going. Then you get into the service and get mad when he don't call your name. I went all the way over there and he ain't give me a word. God already gave you a word. He already said that you was blessed. He already said he'll open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. What else do you need to hear? He already said, you're my son, you're my daughter, I own you, you belong to me. What else do you need to hear? Look at your neighbor and say, what else do you need to hear? Because I'm running out of compliments. I'm running. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you, but God is on your side. I don't know what else to tell you, that he'll make a way out of no way. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm running out of compliments. And I'm kind of getting tired of having to keep your emotions right. See, some of y'all need to learn how to talk to some of these people. I can't keep you encouraged all day. You got to get like David. I've learned to encourage myself. I'm going to look in the mirror and say, Polo, you a bad boy. Encourage yourself. You better go back home and say, I am the Son of God. I am the righteous. I am a kingdom citizen. Look at your neighbor and say, encourage yourself. Don't call me no more. I am out of compliments. I am out of compliments. I ain't got nothing else for you. All right, I got to move on. Woo! These people are always in need of a prophetic word, always seeking validation, is a people pleaser, and can never fully be themselves. God put all this greatness inside of you, but you're insecure. So you're in the waiting room, not knowing who you are. Watch what the Bible says. Isaiah 1:3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. Look at the NLT. Even an ox knows its owner, and a donkey recognizes its master's care. But Israel, my people, doesn't know its masters. My people don't recognize my care for them. He's saying the animals know who owns them. But my people don't know they are mine. And that if I am for them, who can be? When you keep complaining about your haters, you don't know who you are. When you keep talking about what you don't have, you don't know who you are. Somewhere you have forgotten. See, that's why I love The Lion King. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a Disney I'm one of them Disney heads, but I like the old school Disney because this new school Disney, I don't know what they doing. But give me the Beauty and the Beast, give me the Pocahontas, give me the Hunchback of Notre Dame, give me that right there. I don't know what they doing out here these days. I really don't. They doing something different. Anyway, Lion King. My favorite part in the entire movie is when Mufasa comes out that doggone cloud. And he put that little paw, and that big old mane come out, and that shadow, and that deep voice, Simba. Remember who you are. You are my son, the true-born king. Remember. Man, listen, I don't know about y'all, but when I watch that thing speaks to me. Because it tells me that I can forget. And when you forget who you are, you start settling. And your standards come down, your selections come down, your choices come down, your decisions come down, your emotions come down, your mentality come down, your lifestyle comes down. Oh my God, I'm trying to tell somebody. You start looking at things that are beneath you and you start desiring the things that you're supposed to be over. But I come to let somebody in here know, if you get your security up, if you get your mind up, if you understand that God created you for more than that, you're settling for something that God says, if you'll just know who you are. He says an ox knows his master. But my people, they don't know who they are. So if they don't know who they are, they don't know that they are entitled to blessings. I need y'all to hear the word, entitled to blessings. They don't know that. Ephesians 1:11. The Amplified Version says, in him also we have, say this with me, received an inheritance. Come on, somebody. In him. So since I belong to him, I have now received. Am I receiving or have I received? I received an inheritance. Now, I think that it is very vital that we dig with this word inheritance. A destiny we were claimed by God as his very own. I need you to understand. You have an inheritance. It's not being cocky if it already belongs to me. See, you looking at me like I'm cocky, and they looking at you like you arrogant. It ain't that. It's just that my name is on it, and you possessing it. I need you to get up off that. That's mine right there. That's my house you living in. And right now, by the kingdom law, you are a squatter. And I'm telling you, you got 2 days to get out my house. You got 2 days to get out. Matter of fact, you got to go today because that house belongs to me. That car belongs to me. That promotion belongs to. That's not cockiness. That's confidence. Knowing that it belongs to me. Say it belongs to me. I have received an inheritance. It's mine, but watch this. If I let them stay, it's theirs. If I let them stay in my house, it's theirs. But if I go and claim it, if I go and take the document to them and show them that it's in writing, you're living where I'm supposed to be living. I want to stop and pause right here and let you know there are some unbelievers living your life because the believers won't show up to the party. Did y'all hear what I just said? There are some unbelievers living your life because the believers won't show up to the party. There are some people who got the promotion because the believers wouldn't apply. There are some people who got the house because you didn't have enough faith that God was going to help you make the note. Hey, there are some people who are walking in your shoes, walking the life that God has for you because you didn't show up. You got a skill, you got a gift that God could take all the way. He can ride you all the way up the Billboard charts, but you won't sing. You got a hand that can write books out of this world, but you won't write. Because you're insecure in the gift that God has already given you. But I come to let you know you have received an inheritance. Now, I want y'all to watch this next part. Having been predestined, watch this. You have already been predetermined the victor. You have been predetermined that you're going to be the victor. You have been predetermined. We're not waiting for the results. The results have already been predestined. We are sitting here waiting for somebody to tell us what the Lord is saying. He says you were already predestined. That's predetermined, chosen, appointed beforehand. That simply means before you even go for it, you were already chosen for it. But insecurity is keeping you in a season of suffering because you don't know that was already mine. Boy, listen here. I look at this whole word inheritance. I got to calm down. I'm happy. This word inheritance, watch the finish of this verse. It says, according to the purpose of him who works everything in agreement, watch this, with the counsel and design of his will. According to the counsel, the wisdom, the knowledge of his will. Now I want you to see something. You may have never seen it this way. God has a will. Say, God has a will. And so if you're willing and obedient, and it means if you're in alignment with his will, there are some promises that you will get when you are willing and obedient. The Bible says you will eat the good of the land if you're willing and obedient. But you got to be in his will. But I need you to understand, when you get in his will, that means you are in his will. A will is a document where the person has written off all the desires of their heart that they want to leave for somebody else. And what I'm trying to tell you is, if you're in his will, that means you're in his will. And that means that when he leaves you something, it's up to you to claim what he's left you. I'm in real estate school, and guess what? So I learned that a will is a public document. It's public record. Now, I found that very interesting, that he didn't say, I'm going to leave you a trust, because a trust is private. Some of y'all got some trust in, and that's private right there. But when you get a will, he says, I want everybody to know what I'm about to do for my daughter. I want everybody to know what I'm doing for my son. Let me tell you, some marriages right now, God got something in line for you, and he wants everybody to see what he's about to do for you. But I will say this, you will not get it if you don't claim it.